Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please definitely consider liking and subscribing if you like my content. Today we're going to be making this yummy fish roll recipe. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here I have my sardines. I'm using sardines in vegetable oil, but you can use fresh fish if you choose. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and open these, and then I'm going to remove the sardines from the can, but I'm not going to add in the oil. And I'm going to keep doing this until I'm down to my last can. Now that I'm down to my last can and I've removed all the sardines, I'm going to go ahead and reserve the oil in this one because this is what I will use to fry. Now that I have all my fish in the bowl, I'm going to mash this up into smaller chunks. Now that that's done, we're going to move on to the stove and start frying. I'm going to add in the oil from the can that I reserved previously, and I'm going to leave this to get hot. And once it is hot, I'm going to add in my onions. Then I will stir and then leave this to cook for about 3 minutes. After slightly cooking my onions, I'm going to go ahead now and add in my carrots. You can add in any type of vegetable you like, but I'm using carrots because this is what I had on hand. Then I'm going to add in about half a teaspoon of garlic and then also half a teaspoon of ginger. Then I will give this a good stir just to make sure that the garlic and the ginger is nicely combined with the onions and the carrots. After cooking this for about 5 minutes on medium heat, you can see that the onions have now been browned. So now what I'm going to do is add in my sardines that I mashed up from earlier. And then I'm going to give this a very good mix to make sure everything is nicely combined. Then I'm going to add in some bell peppers that I chopped. Like I said, you can add just about any vegetable you like to this. And then afterwards, I'm going to season now. Definitely season this to your taste, but I've added in some salt. Right now I'm adding in some bouillon powder. This is black pepper. Then I'm adding in some paprika and also some cayenne pepper and white pepper. And after adding all of this, I'm going to give this a very good mix. And then I will add in 1 habanero pepper that I went ahead and blended up. You can definitely skip this if you do not want spice. But after adding this, I'm going to stir again and then leave this to cook for about 1 to 2 minutes and then removing it to let it cool. Now we're going to move on to making our dough. I've added in my bowl some flour, baking powder, salt, nutmeg, and sugar. And then I'm going to mix this to combine it. Then I'm going to crack in 1 large egg and also add in a little bit of milk. I'm going to add my milk in very gradually because I do not want to make the dough too soft or too runny. I just want to add just a little bit and mix until a dough starts to form. Once my dough has formed, I'm going to add in 1 stick of softened butter, and then I'm also going to mix this in until the butter is nicely incorporated into the dough. Then I'm going to flour my surface to make sure my dough does not stick. And since the dough is soft from adding in the butter, I'm going to knead this with little bits of flour at a time until a nice firm dough starts to form. once my dough is firm and no longer sticky, I floured my surface again, and then I cut off a little piece of dough, and now I'm rolling it into a long oval shape. And once that's rolled out, I'm going to add in my filling, and then I'm going to start rolling. As I roll, I'm going to tuck in my corners. You do not have to do this, but this is just the most efficient way I have found to roll the fish roll. Tucking in the corners just keeps the meat in and prevents anything from falling out while you're frying it. Then I'm going to finish it off by rolling it on the counter. This just ensures that the filling is evenly distributed and also just merges all the dough together to make sure that it doesn't unravel. And as you can see, everything is nicely tucked in and even. So I'm just going to go ahead and repeat this with all of my dough until I am done. And then we're going to move on to frying. Now over medium heat, I have gone ahead and put oil in my pot and let it to get hot. Once it's hot, I just dropped in my fish roll and I'm going to let this fry until it's nice and golden brown. Once they are brown, I will remove them and place them on a paper towel just to absorb any extra oil. And then I'm going to repeat this until I'm done frying and all the rolls have been cooked. And that's it. These were super easy to make and they were also super yummy to eat. Of course, everybody likes to eat. These are a perfect snack to just grab and go when you're hungry. They are nice and soft and flaky, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.